This is hands down one of the craziest and most intense exchanges I have seen on Capitol Hill, and it makes me appreciate the fact that Tom Homan is working with the Trump administration, that he's back a part of this administration, because honestly, we dearly missed him during the last 4 years of Joe Biden. He absolutely annihilated the Democrats in this exchange here, calling out their hypocrisy for all of the things that they are calling out under the Trump administration. They didn't care about that was happening under the Obama administration. And he called it out, and he literally forced this woman here to have a complete meltdown, and you need to see it. My name is Clayton Kearns from TrendingPolitics.com. Make sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video if you want to see more like it. Let's watch this thing of beauty, because he does not back down, and she absolutely loses it.
Mr. Homan!
You work for me. I'm a taxpayer.
Is there anything you'd like to respond to what you've heard today?
Yeah, I'd like to respond to Acting Chairman Jay Paul and your comment about the Trump administration moving money around for more detention beds. I'd like to remind you, under the Obama administration, we did that most of the years he was president. We moved money around DHS. It's called reprogramming. We did that under the Obama administration. I don't remember any hearings on that. And also, I'd like to remind you that under the Obama administration, I mean, you're quick to point out that the cages were built under the Obama administration. I was there. Family detention, we had 100 family beds under the Obama administration. We built 3,000 more. So when there was a surge in FY14 and FY15 on the border, Congress was quick to give all the money we needed to build detention facilities, get transportation contracts. We reprogrammed money out of the majority of the years she was president. That was fine. Under Obama administration, FY12, we removed 409,000 people, half of what was removed last year. There was no hearings on that. So this is about transparency. Let's be factual about it.
The time of the gentleman has expired. Since you did address some comments at me, I'll just say that I didn't like it under the Obama administration either. In fact,
but be honest with the American people. You can't point out faults in the Trump administration when it happened under the Obama administration. That's dishonesty. It's pathetic and it's sad.
Mr. Homan, I control the time, and I am the chairwoman of the committee. Thank you for respecting that. I didn't like it under the Obama administration, and I'll remind you, Mr. Homan, that you also testified before Congress in support of the Obama's Priorities Enforcement Program before the Senate Judiciary Committee on May 19th, 2016, which had a very different approach.
Well, can I respond to that? Can I respond to that?
No.
Of course not.
And I want to give you some time, but I do want to ask one quick question, and I want to make one quick statement. I find it very offensive that anybody would compare any federal employee, frankly, to someone who, the Gestapo or running Nazi concentration camps. That is very offensive. I have 15 seconds and I yield it to you.
Thank you for saying that. I wish somebody in Democratic leadership would say that out loud. Look, you want to know why there's 50,000 people in detention? You want to know why we have 1 million illegal entries in the United States? You want to know why we have these issues? Because you have failed to secure the border. You have failed to work with this president to close the 3 loopholes we've asked for 2 years to close. So if you want to know why this issue exists, you need to look in the mirror. You have failed American people for not securing the border and closing loopholes.
Mr. Homan, please respect the chair and the authority of the chair. The time of the gentleman has expired.
I've asked you politely to let me go beyond my time, and you let other people go beyond their time, but not to Tom Homan. He don't get me go beyond his time.
Mr. Homan, we have approved an agreement between the Republicans and the Democrats with the ranking member. We increased the time of one witness, one member of Congress who was interrupted by a protest. That is done with the approval of the ranking member. Please respect the chair's authority.
I respect the chair's authority, but the chair...
Mr. Homan!
You work for me. I'm a taxpayer. I'm a taxpayer. You work for me.
The witness will suspend.
Wow, wow, wow. And this is why we love this man. This is why the Trump administration is ruffling so many feathers. The Democrats isn't that crazy? Like he said, I think one of the key points about that whole exchange is he said, under the Obama administration, I don't remember all the pushback. I don't remember the hearings over the immigration practices, when people were being kept in cages, when they were having places to hold people and putting more people there and building more facilities. It wasn't happening because under the Obama administration, nobody cared. The Democrats just chose to look the other way. And it's just absolutely insane. So And this is actually a brand new clip here from Tom Homan. He went on ABC News on Sunday and absolutely embarrassed the host over the El Salvador illegal immigrant, Abrego Garcia, and the madness that is going on right now with the Democrats literally trying to rescue this guy, even though he has beat his wife, he is a gang member, and he has just done a lot of terrible things. This is a thing of beauty.
With him, but he had to travel to El Salvador to get any information. Does that concern you at all? I mean, these are people sent by the United. I mean, in his case, sent by the United States, and not even a U.S. senator could get any information about his whereabouts or the condition of his incarceration without actually going down and making the trip to El Salvador himself.
We obviously knew his whereabouts because he went there to see him. But you know what bothers me more than that is a U.S. senator traveled to El Salvador on taxpayer dime to meet with an MS-13 gang member, public safety threat terrorist. I mean, in the meantime, the day before he traveled, an illegal alien was arrested for murder, were released to the streets rather than honoring an ICE detainer in his very own state. What concerns me is Van Hollen never went to the border the last 4 years on Joe Biden when he had a 600% increase in sex trafficking in women and children. You have a record number of no-inspected terrorists crossing that border. You had 250,000 Americans die from fentanyl overdose because of the open border. You had over 4,000 illegal aliens died making that journey, which is an historic record. What shocks me is he's remained silent on the travesty that happened on our southern border. Many people died. Thousands of people died. I've met with hundreds of angel moms and dads who buried their children that were murdered by an illegal alien. How many angel moms and dads has he met in the state of Maryland? That's what concerns me.
It's really amazing. You know, the more and more we talk about this story, the less and less I can believe it. And just this morning, more Democrats landed in El Salvador. I don't know why they're choosing to die on this hill. Like Homan says, these people don't care about any American citizens who lose their lives to violent illegal immigrants, but they will fly to El Salvador to try to rescue an MS-13 gang member. And I wish that I was making this up. I wish that this was hyperbole. I wish that this was just a talking point that I was spewing. But it's not. It's absolutely true. The man has an MS-13 tattoo on his fist, on his knuckles. He has all of this, and it's just, I don't know how much further down the Democrat Party can even go. They have officially hit rock bottom. And this is also a newer video here. Tom Homan just absolutely destroyed Chris Van Hollen for traveling down to El Salvador. This is just another thing of beauty on his part. This information needs to get out there. So please make sure to, again, to like this video. It helps us out so much and it helps get this information out there because there's still, for some reason, a lot of confusion about this whole situation. And Democrats think that, like, liberal voters think that this illegal immigrant who got deported, they think that he was allowed to be here legally. He wasn't allowed to be here legally. He entered into the country illegally. He is a terrorist. He is an MS-13 gang member, and he is a wife abuser. He had no right being here in this country. Watch this.
You mean Chris Van Hollen, the guy that didn't want to sign the Laken Riley Act that protects American citizens against illegal alien criminal gang members? Who instead of protecting Americans, his constituents, his taxpayers, he goes to El Salvador and defends an illegal alien with a deportation order that's a member of MS-13 that has been designated a terrorist organization by President Trump. That's where he went to defend it. It's just disgusting. The same senator who state yesterday released an illegal alien charged with murder, refused the ICE detainer, hit the street. So rather than protecting his community, protecting the residents of Maryland, he goes to El Salvador to coddle an MS-13 gang member terrorist. It's ridiculous. And also, I talked to an MS-13 expert today who also showed me pictures of his hand, where he says absolutely the tattoo on one of his hands was absolutely an MS-13 gang tattoo, nothing questionable about it. 2 judges said he's an MS-13 member. ICE says he's an MS-13 member. Intelligence community says he's an MS-13 member. El Salvador says he's an MS-13 member. So, it's just ridiculous. And as far as all the people who are speaking out against us, I cannot believe for a minute there's that many stupid people in the world. Now AOC, on the smart meter, she's a 0. We'll give them that. But I can't believe these people really believe what they're saying. They got to be just pushing the narrative for political reasons. They can't be that dumb to think that that this person is an MS-13 gamer and a public safety threat.
Again, the more and more we talk about this story, the more sick I feel to see the state of the Democrat Party. But on the other hand, the Democrat Party has never been in a worse situation. The Republican Party has never been in a better situation. And if they continue to die on this hill, they're going to be losing elections for a long time. And it's going to be a thing of beauty for the Republican Party. However, we cannot rest on our laurels. We cannot sit here and just say, hey, the Democrats are screwing up, so we have, we can just chill and go on cruise control. No. We need to keep up the fight. We need to make sure that we are pushing the envelope. We need to continue to get this information out there. We need to continue to fact check Democrats when they say things like Abrego Garcia was just a kind, law-abiding citizen. No, he was a gang member of MS-13, confirmed by judges, by experts, and he abuses his wife. All right, this is not someone we need in our country. And I'm glad that he's back in El Salvador so he can no longer be a public safety threat to the people of the United States of America. So let me know what you think about this video. Please like this video and comment below with your thoughts on this whole crazy situation. I'll talk to you soon.